My kingdom has made so much impact on the world. My superheroes have made so much contribution to the global stage. You see, you go around today, you see street lights everywhere. The ideas of street lighting, lighting up the city to ease the traffic, was birthed in my land, Great Benin. You see, Great Benin, according to the people, according to multiple sources, unrelated multiple sources of different languages, Great Benin has been one of the best cities, one of the best planned cities in the world. Great Benin has measured up with any societies and even surpassed a lot of them on the planet. You see, did you really think in your wildest dream that we're just going to forget such a kingdom? Did you really think that the offsprings of that kingdom were just going to let everything slide as if nothing happened? You were just going to come, murdered kids, murdered women, murdered adults, murdered old men, murdered our superhero, and then you just go on like nothing happened, and then you superimpose a false idol for people to worship. You're herding, you are determining the destiny of man. You write trash. You create kingdoms that never existed, and you impose things on one of the oldest and most durable kingdoms on the planet, and you think you're just going to let it slide. You think, or you thought that people are not going to come along and ask questions, that we're not going to ask questions. You may have other Negroes who don't bother to ask questions. You may have Negroes here and there who are who have been spoon-fed trash. You may have Negroes here and there, you see, who are refused to think because they eat turkey, because they eat rice, they eat pounded yam. They refuse to think about anything. But guess what? We are not all like that. Many of us, we've got our heads on straight. You see, and we will ask questions. We will ask how we got to this point in our lives. You see, we are proud citizens of Great Benin Kingdom. And we are even more proud of the accomplishment of our ancestors. Those people, those hard, I call them the hardest working men and women on the planet. You see, what are you going to say about a kingdom who constructed the walls that are 4 times longer than the Great Walls of China that you guys worship today? What are you going to say about people like that? What are you going to say about a people who were so advanced that theft was unknown in their society? Can you point to any so-called modern society that has achieved that feat in this so-called modern age? It's virtually impossible. What are you going to say about a kingdom that was one of the first to recognize a country as large as Brazil? You see, you didn't hear that from me. That came from the consulate of Brazil in Nigeria. Come on, man. Brazil is still there. Portugal is still there. Britain is still there. And you want to tell me that we're going to forget about Great Benin because you superimposed a hollow nation called Nigeria over it? We're just going to let it slide? You got something that's coming, man. You see, 1897, the year that you breached the borders of my kingdom, we are memorializing it. We're passing it on from generation to generation. You see, and you're going to be held accountable. You see, you're going to have to atone for the sins that you've committed against the greatest kingdom on the planet. 1897, we will never forget that. How dare you? How dare you? After breaching our borders, after slaughtering our mothers and our fathers and our kings men and kings women, you suggested that my people be taught in a different language, Yoruba language. Is that what you said? Because your intention was to drive us into extinction. You see? How could we be happy? How could you even come up with evil plans like that? You see, you make plans ahead of time. to dislodge even kids yet unborn, to guide them into poverty, to guide them into lack, in order to feed your own children. You dispossess our children in order for you to have enough for your children. You want to tell me you've got any sense of justice? It's not going to fly. Rest assured, it's not going to fly. 1897, we will never forget. We will continue to memorialize that. We'll continue to remember our superheroes. Because as you know, in Great Benin, we don't do fiction. We are not Hollywood. You see, we continue to memorialize our superheroes. Olobusere, the general, Asoro, a war hero, Eboihimi, the last man standing. You know, we'll continue, and our great king, Oba Ovora and Oba Atokpe. We'll never forget you. We'll never forget you guys, because you guys have impacted all of us. We'll make sure that generations unborn will remember you guys. And then we will be inspired, as we already are, by your feat, by your superhuman feat that you guys attained. You see, we are so grateful. We just want to let you guys know that we are forever grateful, for the things that you did for the great kingdom of Benin.